Welcome along, fellow Dark Magician enthusiasts, to another video. Today's video is having a look at the tier list that the Top Player Council have put out on Duel Links Meta. And unfortunately, fellow Dark Magician fans, we're not on the tier list anymore. Well, it was fun. Before we get into my thoughts about DM being off the tier list, we'll have a look at the whole tier list, go through all the responses and that, so you guys are aware of like what top decks you should be like expecting to face in like your cult climbs, and if you go to any community tournaments, as well as get some ideas of what you should build your decks around. So the meta remains largely unchanged after the most recent ban list coming from the World Champion, which that's fair enough. There wasn't really too many crazy hits. Blue Eyes got a hit. Chimera had a Mono 1-0 banned. Mono 8, like, you know, we got that banned. Abyss Duel was put to 1. There's nothing really else. Not much else really, to be honest. Yeah, so like, yeah, the meta is relatively unchanged. Sniffus, the World Champion, says about Sheena Birds. I thought Sheena Bird would be a big lose from this ban list, but evidently it seems to be performing the best right now. Even without a Mono 1, the deck can still break a lot of fields with its strong engine plus tech cards, which is true. It can do quite a lot. Now, for Sheena Birds, if you want to conquer them turn 1, like you want to stop them from banishing cards from the graveyard, you need to use Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, which is really damn good. Like, just stop your opponent from banishing stuff from the graveyard. It'll also like stop your opponent from, like, you know, targeting any any magician navigations with like DD crows or something like that. It's a tech to be like keep in mind. You know, guys should try it. But yeah, Sheena Birds are pretty damn good. There's no comment about Blue Eyes, but Blue Eyes did lose a Majesty, which they can't, like, you know, consistently search out like tons of, like, you know, non-targeting destruction. So they've only got one chance of using it, and once they use it, that's it. And if they run any rituals, if the Majesty of the White Dragons is banished, they don't get the ritual summon. So you could turn a potential card in their deck into a brick. So keep that in mind for the Blue Eyes matchup. And we got Chimera here, which World Champion comments on. Even for the ban list, I rated Chimera very highly, and this stance doesn't change. Losing Abyss Dweller might make mirror matches less coin flippy and can matter in rogue matchups, but Dweller wasn't very relevant for the turn 1 and meta matchups, so it didn't get a lot weaker. Chimera is pretty damn busted, and it's surprising Chimera did not get any hits whatsoever. But hey, Konami just does whatever, I guess. You know, just like, oh, let's make Chimera tier 2. Anyway, or like top tier, whatever. Well, it is what it is. Moving on to the tier 3 decks, we have Dinos coming up here. Dinos were a surprise deck in the KC Cup, coming from Paris 2. The deck's turn 1 functions similarly to your Chimera/Dragons, where it just tries to spit out as many interruptions as possible and not allow you to play. What differentiates this Embor from others is that can include Evol's Lagia and Overtech's Coatlas, I think say it, I don't know. Which can negate spells and traps, which, yeah, it kills our deck a lot. This allows for the deck to not to be easily answered by infinite permanence and Majesty, so Blues actually need to draw a decent hand in order to go second into established Dino board. Its turn 1 board can be enough against Sheena Bird if it doesn't have Forbidden Droplet, obviously since the Mono 1 is banned, since pushing through 2 spell trap negates is generally hard to deal with when it's backed up by other disruption. Against other functional FTK matchups like Chimera and Dragons tend to be decided by the coin flip. Going second, it needs to draw a deck in order to play into Sheena Bird or Blue Eyes, but if it can stop Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon or Abyss Dweller from disrupting Miscellaneousaurus, it should be able to break the board or even go through a lethal. From my personal experience, True Light's grind game can be also quite annoying, since it's hard to put up 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and check all Blue Eyes disruption, which is true. Blue Eyes can survive, and Dinos are pretty good. Dinos are pretty damn good. Exshoma says, Dragons seem to be one of the most nerfed decks in the latest ban list, which is true. The skill not only got nerfed to prevent multiple drawing, but Luster Dragon to 1 is insane. It's the most insane hit I've ever seen in this game. It's crazy. It's like if they put, you know, Dark Magician to limit 1. Like, our deck would be dead. It's, you know, like man, this is crazy. Anyway, even though it's only a single in Luster Dragon 2, it still made the deck noticeably weaker than before. The deck can still achieve its broken turn 1 board, but it's less consistent, cares more about hand traps, and may require you to draw certain combat pieces to reach the desired end board. Will the deck keep its top tier status? I predict no. I expect it to fall into the rogue category in the coming weeks, as it's already showing almost no results since the ban list. This prediction could be wrong if a new variant is found, since the deck is somewhat flexible for generic dragon piles. Yeah, so I think someone found a way with a bunch of erratic dragons, like, you know, you gotta like get 2 level 6s on the field, and once you summon the Atum, you can summon anything you want. Yeah, that's how the deck's played at the moment, which is interesting. I haven't come across so much of it yet because I haven't played the game in quite a few days, because I've been taking a break and relaxing, doing some other, like having some fun with some other stuff. But I will be getting back into more videos soon, because, you know, new season's coming up pretty soon. Paris 2. So far, dragons haven't showed any new combo to offset the nerfs it's received. Its one card combo is simply not as strong as it was before, and adding more engine pieces that don't count as starters / text won't cut it. It's true. Like, when you add like a lot of engine pieces that don't work as starters, like you just keep yourself going, it's not going to work out well. And that's especially true for DM. Like, if you have a bunch of engine pieces, but you don't have anything like starts your combos, you're in trouble. Its turn 2 also suffered, as before when your Guardian Angel Jones summon resolved, you'd be able to make Heretic Dragon King of Atum and summon Grantus Dragon for removal, and bodies needing to lethal. Now a resolved Joan isn't nearly as game winning as it was before, and so the deck has dropped to tier 3. Yeah, that's a fair stance. I think these guys are right about, like, you know, dragons. Dragons used to be so good because of summoning 2 level 6s, but now you can only summon 1 level 6 and 1 level 4. You can't do the broken combos anymore. Like, you have to try some other plays. Yeah, be interesting to see how DM performs against dragons in future. I'm very curious. Duan says, personally, before the ban list, I didn't think Swordsoul was even tier 3 worthy. However, now that Mana Wano and Rebecca are gone, which were major factors in why the deck wasn't that strong, Swordsoul should be in a much better position. Don't get me wrong, this deck still has some problems, such as its rather weak going second capabilities and consistency issues, but despite that, Swordsoul should be able to compete in this meta, which is true. Swordsoul is a decent deck. Like, some people doubt Swordsoul, but Swordsoul is pretty damn decent. It's got simple lines, like, you know, synchro summoning, normal summon twice if your opponent has a card on their field or in their graveyard. It's got a good skill, it's a decent deck, and like, for new players, it's a very, very nice deck. Just, you know, just go off the flow, make your synchros. You got Fallen of Albaz, summon it, make Mirror Jade, you know. It's pretty nice. Like, you know, if I didn't love DM as much as I did and like played other stuff, I'd probably play Swordsoul, because, you know, Swordsoul would be hella fun. Sorry about that, I just got a text message. Anyway. Moving on, we have Dark Magician. With the banning of Mine on Air, Dark Magician lost its primary game plan, which is a protected floodgate. Dark Magician simply doesn't have the tools to make a convincing turn 1 board that can compete with other turn 1 boards, and its turn 2 boards were never good. As such, it'll be demoted. I kind of disagree, because turn 2 you can power through quite a bit depending on what hand you have. But hey, look, the turn 1 spotlight was fun. You know, I had a lot of fun with it. It was cool to see Dark Magician be tiered throughout my playtime. Like, I only played this game for like 2 years or so, and it's cool to see this. Like, cool to see DM in the tier list. But our spotlight is gone, and yeah, it was fun. But hey, we'll come back strong, and for next season, we're gonna like do our best. Punch down the meta, see what we can come up with, you know, and I'm looking forward to all the, you know, tournament results and COG results, seeing what people make. But yeah, there's not much else to say about this. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the tier list. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.